Cowboys fans gonna hate this shit. Uh, uh, uh. And that sums it up right there. The Detroit Lions were fucking robbed last night as the Dallas Cowboys were gifted the opportunity to play the Green Bay Packers in the second round of the NFC playoffs. Man, oh man, oh man. Gifted by referee Pete Morelli after he reverses this blatant ass defensive pass interference play made by Anthony Hitchens on wide receiver Brandon Pettigrew. Now, he had the fucking flag thrown out there on the field. It was out there. So he saw something, right? Nah. Maybe he didn't see something. Because he fucking reverses the call and changes the game. Now, let me just get this out there. I don't hate Dallas, and I don't like Detroit. I'm not a fan of either team, and I don't have a bias towards either team. This is just me calling it like I see it. Real talk. And this was a defensive pass interference. On top of that, if you would have looked at the other clips before this one, it was a holding play on there too. So they missed two penalties. They actually missed one penalty, got the other one right, and reversed it. That's what makes it so bad, that they got it right and reversed it. It would have been better if they missed it. At this point in the game, the Detroit Lions were up 20-17. Okay? If the call would have stayed where it was, if they wouldn't have reversed it, would have stayed how it was, right? They would have got the ball. Looks like right here in this clip, somewhere before the 30-yard line, the Cowboys' 30-yard line, 1st and 10, with an opportunity to pad that lead. And it would have been could have been possibly, the Detroit Lions facing the Seattle Seahawks in the next round of these playoffs for the NFC side, right? Now, granted, things could have went bad for them. Shit, they could have got sacked a whole bunch of times. This is worst case scenario. Could have got sacked a whole bunch of times, knocked back all the way back to where they were, or at least out of field goal contention after the play was kept on the field, or the call was kept on the field. Missed a field goal. Game is still 20-17, right? That could have happened. Or they could have kicked the field goal, made it. Game is 23-17. Then the Cowboys run up the field, get a touchdown, end of the game score 24-23, right? Or, best case scenario, they could have got a fucking touchdown and they would have won the game. Now, granted, the Detroit Lions, they fucked up in the fourth quarter, right? Besides the referee Pete Morelli's fuck up, they had two legitimate defensive holding calls against them on 2 third-down plays, right? Which led to 2 first downs, and then ultimately led to a touchdown, which ended up being the game-winning touchdown by the Dallas Cowboys, right? That's their fault, those 2 defensive holding calls on them. And they were legitimate. But you cannot erase the fact that if this play, the right call that was made originally, would not have been reversed, that the momentum swing could have been in Detroit's favor, and the Dallas Cowboys may not have had an opportunity to come back and win this game. You can't erase that fact. When this play was reversed, it took the heart and soul out of the fucking Detroit Lions. And they were 4th and 1. Cowboys had all the fucking momentum. Stadium went crazy after that. Right? You know, every year in the NFL playoffs, there is some big-ass play that happens, some game-changing play that the referees miss or fuck up on. And it was a play that could have been a game changer, to where the team that didn't get the right call loses the game but could have won, right? Last year in the NFC Championship game, it was the 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. Navarro Bowman's fumble recovery at the goal line, right? Y'all remember that shit? Recovers a legitimate fumble. Everyone saw it. Every motherfucking spectator in the arena and at home on their couch watching the TV saw him recover a legitimate fumble, but the play was viewed non-reviewable. And then to put icing on the cake, he gives his body up for the play to be rewarded by his team, to give his team the opportunity to score, right, again, and possibly take the lead and possibly win the game, right? He injures himself, tears his ACL, and misses the entire 2014 season. So he misses all of this season off of that play that he should have been rewarded on, but wasn't, and his team loses the game. I mean, that's just complete fucking. It's man. I'm lost for words. And when I'm lost for words, a motherfucker that can talk a whole lot of shit, that's telling you something, man. That's telling you something. I'm gonna have a prediction video on the Cowboys versus the Packers. Cowboys are 8-0 on the road, and the Packers are pretty much dominant at home, especially in the playoffs. It's going to be a good matchup. I already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to have a prediction video probably tomorrow or the next day, so look out for that. But, man, I want to emphasize that they need to have better referees reffing this shit, man. This is serious. This is serious for these athletes, and it's serious for the sport. They tried to have an excuse for these referees. Oh, well, these three guys weren't on the field, at the same time in many games this year. That doesn't fucking matter to me, yo. The fact is that he saw something and he called it. Then he goes back and reverses it. Do your fucking job to the fullest. Don't go back on what you initially saw. You know what I'm saying? If them motherfuckers on the other side of the field didn't see it, but you did, then it is what it is. Damn, man. It's ridiculous. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this was the right call to reverse it? Do y'all think this is one of the worst calls in NFL history, or at least the worst no call in NFL history? What do y'all think about Detroit's chances? Do you think they would have had a chance to win this game if this play would have stayed on the field, or the call at least would have stayed on the field? Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Do what you do, but be real. This is real talk for real fans. One.